1. Which principle of adult learning emphasizes that learners must see the immediate relevance of content to their professional or personal lives? A. Cognitive load. B. Andragogy. C. Pedagogy. D. Constructivism. 2. In evaluating the effectiveness of a training module, which method provides the most objective evidence of learner performance? A. Self-assessment surveys. B. Post-course reflections. C. Standardized testing. D. Instructor feedback. 3. When designing curriculum for professionals, what strategy best supports knowledge retention? A. Rote memorization exercises. B. Contextualized problem-solving tasks. C. Daily lecture recitation. D. Passive reading assignments. 4. Which communication technique is most effective when delivering feedback to adult learners? A. Direct criticism without context. B. Sandwich method. Positive, constructive, positive. C. Delaying feedback until final evaluation. D. Group announcements without personal reference. 5. A mentor encourages a learner to identify personal strengths and apply them to challenges. This reflects which mentoring approach? A. Directive. B. Non-directive. C. Developmental. D. Authoritative. 6. In regulatory compliance training, what is the primary purpose of formative assessments? A. To determine regulatory violations. B. To provide ongoing learner feedback. C. To assign final grades. D. To rank learners. 7. Which of the following best aligns with adult learners' need for autonomy? A. Mandatory seat time requirements. B. Limited elective options. C. Self-paced learning modules. D. Strict instructor-led sessions. 8. What evaluation level in Kirkpatrick's model measures long-term behavioral change? A. Level 1, reaction. B. Level 2, learning. C. Level 3, behavior. D. Level 4, results. 9. When aligning curriculum to industry standards, which element ensures regulatory compliance? A. Voluntary case studies. B. Required competencies. C. Instructor preference. D. Informal discussion topics. 10. Which communication barrier is most likely to affect adult learners in a virtual training setting? A. Prior knowledge. B. Technical challenges. C. Motivation levels. D. Learning style differences. 11. What mentoring technique is most effective for building critical thinking in a professional context? A. Providing immediate answers. B. Asking probing questions. C. Assigning memorization tasks. D. Avoiding learner mistakes. 12. Which curriculum design model focuses primarily on outcomes and measurable performance objectives? A. ADDIE. B. Bloom's taxonomy. C. Tyler's model. D. Merrow's principles. 13. When assessing regulatory compliance, which evidence provides the strongest validation? A. Verbal confirmation from learners. B. Documented completion records. C. Instructor observations. D. Informal learner discussions. 14. Which strategy supports adult learners' preference for problem-centered instruction? A. Lecture-heavy teaching. B. Scenario-based case studies. C. Multiple-choice exams only. D. Independent textbook reading. 15. In mentoring, which behavior demonstrates effective role modeling? A. Criticizing alternative perspectives. B. Demonstrating ethical decision-making. C. Avoiding open communication. D. Limiting learner independence. 16. Which evaluation tool best measures learner confidence after training? A. Likert scale surveys. B. Certification exam. C. Peer-reviewed essays. D. Observation rubrics. 17. To comply with regulatory standards, instructional designers must: A. Integrate approved policies into content. B. Allow learners to choose all content. C. Avoid referencing compliance documents. D. Limit references to real-world scenarios. 18. Which principle of adult learning emphasizes building upon existing knowledge and experiences? A. Motivation to learn. B. Readiness to learn. C. Experience as a resource. D. Orientation to learning. 19. What communication practice reduces resistance to change in adult learners? A. Imposing rules without context. B. Explaining benefits and relevance. C. Delivering information via email only. D. Avoiding open discussion. 20. When mentoring, which strategy builds learner independence over time? A. Continuous handholding. B. Gradual release of responsibility. C. Withholding all guidance. D. Prescriptive task lists. 21. Which evaluation method directly measures skill transfer to the workplace? A. Simulation exercises. B. End-of-course survey. C. Multiple choice test. D. Peer evaluation. 22. In curriculum development, which step ensures alignment with organizational goals? A. Identifying measurable learning outcomes. B. Creating visually appealing slides. C. Scheduling convenient class times. D. Reducing assessment variety. 23. Which type of compliance training emphasizes legal accountability and ethical standards? A. Diversity training. B. Occupational safety training. C. Regulatory compliance training. D. Professional development. 24. Which communication approach most effectively encourages learner participation in discussions? A. Asking open-ended questions. B. Delivering monologues. C. Assigning silent reflection only. D. Providing yes-no prompts. 25. A mentor who shares personal professional failures to guide a learner is demonstrating A. Storytelling as a reflective tool. B. Negative reinforcement. C. Directive teaching. D. Compliance enforcement. 26. Which evaluation technique measures both knowledge acquisition and application? A. Short answer quizzes. B. Scenario-based performance tasks. C. Peer feedback forms. D. Attendance tracking. 27. Which principle of adult learning emphasizes learners' readiness when facing real-life tasks? A. Immediate relevance. B. Orientation to learning. C. Readiness to learn. D. Motivation to learn. 28. In curriculum development, integrating formative assessments primarily ensures A. Instructor control. B. Continuous improvement. C. Strict compliance. D. Standardized testing. 29. Which mentoring behavior best fosters professional growth? A. Encouraging self-reflection. B. Controlling all decisions. C. Criticizing publicly. D. Avoiding feedback. 30. When evaluating training effectiveness, ROI, return on investment, is an example of which model level? A. Level 1, reaction. B. Level 2, learning. C. Level 3, behavior. D. Level 4, results. 31. Which communication strategy addresses diverse learning preferences? A. One-size-fits-all lectures. B. Multimodal delivery methods. C. Instructor-only Q&A. D. Written manuals only. 32. Which curriculum design principle ensures compliance with accreditation standards? A. Documenting learning objectives. B. Providing unlimited electives. C. Avoiding assessment rigor. D. Minimizing learner accountability. 33. What type of mentoring focuses on long-term professional career planning? A. Coaching for tasks. B. Developmental mentoring. C. Compliance mentoring. D. Short-term advisory. 34. Which adult learning strategy best promotes retention in compliance training? A. Real-world application exercises. B. Memorization of statutes only. C. Passive video viewing. D. Lecture recitation. 35. In evaluating curriculum effectiveness, Which data source most directly links training to organizational performance? A. Learner attendance records. B. Operational performance metrics. C. Instructor self-reflections. D. End-of-course quizzes. 36. A mentor providing opportunities for the learner to lead projects exemplifies which technique? A. Role modeling. B. Task delegation. C. Peer mentoring. D. Performance monitoring. 37. Which regulatory compliance principle requires documentation of training completion? A. Transparency. B. Accountability. C. Competency. D. Accessibility. 38. In communication for adult learning, which practice strengthens trust between instructor and learners? A. Providing consistent, honest feedback. B. Avoiding difficult conversations. C. Using technical jargon excessively. D. Limiting dialogue opportunities. 39. Which adult learning principle is applied when instructors connect new knowledge to learners' prior professional experiences? A. Experiential learning. B. Cognitive dissonance. C. Drill and practice. D. Structural alignment. 40. In evaluating instructional effectiveness, which method measures both learner satisfaction and immediate perception of value? A. Kirkpatrick Level 1 evaluation. B. Kirkpatrick Level 2 evaluation. C. ROI analysis. D. Longitudinal workplace observation. 41. A mentor who guides a learner through reflective questioning to help them discover solutions is using which mentoring style? A. Facilitative mentoring. B. Directive mentoring. C. Supervisory mentoring. D. Prescriptive mentoring. 42. In curriculum design, which factor most enhances transfer of learning to real work settings? A. Alignment with authentic tasks. B. Standardized assessment only. C. Heavy theoretical instruction. D. Memorization of definitions.